The Jewish Repertory Theater of Western New York. For the past 12 years, our well-respected theater company has produced 34 plays, arranged dozens of panel discussions, and brought Jewish stories, writers, and ideas to thousands of audience members in Western New York. From the JRT's first production of The Chosen, starring Saul Elkin, hundreds of professional actors, directors, and designers have worked to make the Jewish Repertory Theater an important part of the vibrant theater landscape, as well as the growing cultural arts scene that continues to flourish here in Western New York.
I think what we decided was that nobody was paying any attention to Jewish theater in Buffalo, that there was lots of theater, and some of it was ethnically focused and some not. But I think we agreed that theater might be a way of making a statement about Jewish culture in this community.
And the importance of Jewish cultural arts in bringing people who are not otherwise affiliated anywhere with the Jewish institution.
Well, the biggest challenge was we had no space of our own. It's very hard to plan a season when you don't know where you're going to be or what the dimensions of the theater might be. So that was always the first issue when we began to plan for a season. Where will we perform? Where will the venue be? Once we had that locked up, then we could pick plays, I think.
We didn't have any money, however, at the beginning. It was a matter of, from scratch, reaching out to our friends in the community who liked the idea and who stepped forward very generously. And the reason we're still here today, 13 years later, is because of the support we get from the Jewish community at large. Helped also by some grants, sometimes some corporate support. But without the support of the members of our audience and the donors of the Jewish community, who have been very generous, we wouldn't be here.
Well, the other thing happened, of course, was that we perhaps should not be saying this about ourselves. We began to do good work. We began to do work that attracted audiences, Jewish audiences, and the general audience as well. And, you know, there's nothing so good as word of mouth. I mean, when the word is out there that the work you're doing is worth seeing, then people come to see it. So, yes, we have received support from generous members of the community, but more and more we are being supported by people who buy tickets, who come to the plays and like what they see. Being a presence as a Jewish theater is really extraordinary, I think. We are the Jewish theater in New York State. And so we represent, something very important for Buffalo. Here we are doing plays centered on Jewish culture, written by Jewish playwrights. Something not being done elsewhere. And New York is a theater state. So it's amazing that we're here and functioning and successful. You know, we're sitting in the theater now, and I think it's important that Maxine talk a little bit about how this evolved, because I think she and Bob made a significant contribution without which the theater wouldn't be here. So how did it happen?
Well, I think it happened because we had a new granddaughter, unexpectedly. And we started looking at our will, thinking we really should do something for the community in our will. And then it turned out the Jewish Center was involved in remodeling, and the JRT was looking for a home, and things came together. We decided, why wait until we're dead to make a contribution to the community? We decided to get the ball rolling on a theater and the remodeled Jewish Center, and so we did.
13 years after Saul Elkin and David Bunis had a chance meeting and started to talk about how to bring Jewish theater to Buffalo, we're standing here celebrating. We're proud of all we've accomplished. And like proud parents at a bar mitzvah, we're already looking towards the future and setting the stage for successes ahead. We couldn't have built and sustained such a well-respected and successful theater company without the support of individual and corporate donors who believe in the value of the arts in enhancing the lives of the people who live in this community. We could not have built the theater without the dedication of skilled, experienced, and talented artists who have come together for 12 successful seasons to create and perform their art. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. At the JRT, we intend to keep opening our doors to audiences old and new, and inviting our community to share in the rich history we have built, and the rich history that is to come.